League of Legends. Okay, let's start with the OG, League of Legends, or as I call it, the game that broke friendships and sleep schedule of many players since 2009. You pick a champion, maybe a laser-shooting robot, maybe a cat girl with a spear, and you and four questionable teammates try to destroy the other team's glowing egg at the back of the map. Sound simple? Huh? One person goes
AFK just to make a sandwich.
Another types
Jungle diff after proudly dying to a bush.
and suddenly you're carrying 5 dead weights uphill in the snow like a League version of Santa Claus. But here's the magic. 160-plus champions, constant updates, and a universe so deep you could write a PhD thesis on the lore of a talking Poro. Playing League of Legends is like a perfect mix of esports genius and a full-on emotional roller coaster. So brace yourself for epic plays and even more epic heartbreaks. BlitzCrank Poro Roundup. BlitzCrank's Poro Roundup is a casual, arcade-style minigame designed for quick fun. You play as BlitzCrank, catching Poros as they pop up on the screen. There's no competitive pressure or complex rules. It's simple, lighthearted, and meant to be enjoyed by anyone. Unfortunately, this game is no longer available on the Play Store, as it was a time-limited promotional minigame in 2015. TeamFight Tactics. Chess auto-battler with management and synergies. TeamFight Tactics is an auto-battler where strategy happens before the fight begins. You collect champions, place them on a board, and once the round begins, your team fights automatically while you watch and plan your next move. Your job is to build strong team combinations, manage resources, and adapt to randomness. Every match feels different. TFT rewards creativity and flexibility rather than fast reactions. You can play with your friends and crush your enemies across PC, Mac, and mobile. Legends of Runeterra. Legends of Runeterra is Riot's answer to Hearthstone, but with actual brains and zero pay-to-win nonsense. It's a card game where you play champions from League, but with a twist. Both players get to act every turn. No sitting there watching your opponent combo off for 10 minutes while you contemplate your life choices. Here, you can interact, you can counter, you can feel like a genius. Until they drop a 10 out of 10 on turn 3, and you remember you're still bad at life. The region system lets you mix and match playstyles. Ionia is all about tricks and resets, Noxus just smashes faces. And the art? Gorgeous. The balance? Shockingly fair. The player base? Small but mighty. Like that one friend who mains support and carries your ranked games. LOR is the card game Hearthstone wishes it was, but I still don't understand half the keywords and I've played 200 hours. Valorant or CSGO, but everyone's cosplaying as a hot topic catalog. You've got agents with abilities. One throws a wall, one turns invisible, one literally just has good hair. It's tactical shooter meets personality contest. And the economy system? You earn money by not dying, which is a concept my League mains still don't understand. But let's be real. Nothing hits harder than clutching a 1 versus 5 with Jett's highlights, only to immediately whiff the next round because you spent all your cash on a knife skin that definitely improves your aim. It doesn't. Wild Rift. Wild Rift is League of Legends. But for people who own thumbs, Riot took the 40-minute PC MOBA, chopped it to 20 minutes, redesigned abilities for touchscreens, and somehow made it feel like League without requiring a mechanical keyboard and a blood oath to the grind set. Yes, the map's smaller. Yes, Baron spawns earlier. Yes, your jungler will still ignore your pings and farm Krugs until minute 15. But here's the magic. It actually works. Last hitting with a virtual stick? Surprisingly satisfying. Flash dodging a skill shot on mobile? Feels like witchcraft. And playing support while on the bus? Revolutionary. Wild Rift is proof that MOBAs don't need a desk. Just decent thumbs and a willingness to mute your entire team by minute 2. But I wish my phone didn't overheat every time I tried to play League.
Victory!
Ruined King. Turn-based RPG where the entire cast of League gets therapy by punching demons in the Shadow Isles. You build a party, Misfortune, Ahri, Braum, and explore a gorgeous, gloomy world, solving puzzles and fighting in a combat system that's basically Undertale meets League lore dump. Timing-based attacks? Check. Deep character arcs where Pike cries about his past? Stop. Okay, that didn't happen, but I wish it did. The real flex. This game made me care about characters I previously only knew as the guy who goes mid. Suddenly, I'm invested in Eloy's spiritual journey while she smacks ghosts with a tentacle idol. Who knew? It's slow, story-rich, and proof that Riot's universe has more depth than Get Good Noob. And I still can't believe Braum got a redemption arc before my mains did. Hextech Mayhem. Hextech Mayhem is what happens when Ziggs mainlines espresso and yeets himself through Piltover to the beat of dubstep. This is a rhythm runner. You don't control Ziggs' speed, you control his chaos. Jump on the beat, dash on the beat, explode mailboxes on the beat. Miss a note? You face plant into a wall like a player realizing they bought boots first. It's short, absurd, and backed by a soundtrack that slaps harder than a gin ult. Perfect for 15-minute gaming sessions, proving your rhythm game cred. Why Ziggs is the protagonist of anything ever. MageSeeker. MageSeeker is a League of Legends story Riot Forge's action RPG, where you play as Silas. Yes, that's Silas, breaking mages out of Damation prisons like a magic-wielding John Wick with daddy issues. Top-down combat, dodge rolls, spell stealing. It's Hades meets League lore, but with more chains and emotional baggage. You build a crew of liberated mages, each with unique abilities, and slice through Damation soldiers who really should have unionized by now. The combat's fluid, the art style pops, and the story actually makes Silas more than the guy who steals your ult. He's a revolutionary, a freedom fighter, also a guy who definitely needs therapy after growing up in a dungeon. It's short, spicy, and packed with personality. Perfect for when you want League vibes without the 40-minute commitment. But I still can't decide if Silas is a hero or just really good at marketing his trauma. Song of NUNU. Song of NUNU. A cozy adventure where you play as, well, NUNU. And his Yeti bestie, Willump. No minions, no towers, just you two exploring the Freljord solving puzzles by singing. Yeah, you literally hum melodies to melt ice, move platforms, and befriend magical creatures. It's like if Journey and Frozen had a baby that only communicates through lullabies. The combat? There isn't any. The stakes? Low. The emotional damage when Willump looks at you with those puppy dog eyes? Catastrophic. This game is the anti-tilt. After a 0-10 League game, boot this up and just hum away your trauma. I would recommend this to anyone who's ever rage quit a MOBA and needed emotional CPR. Bandle Tale. Bandle Tale is what happens when Riot said, what if Stardew Valley? But everyone's a Yordle, and slightly unhinged. You're a tiny Yordle, moving to a village of chaotic mini-people. Lulu's over here turning frogs into hats. Ziggs is accidentally blowing up the bakery again. And you? You farm turnips. You fish. You decorate your mushroom house. It's wholesome. Until you realize these same Yordles once fought in a war that shattered reality. But sure, let's trade turnips, Timo. This game is pure serotonin. No PvP, no ranked anxiety, just you, your pet Poro, and the quiet horror that Heimerdinger might upgrade your outhouse into a rocket launcher when you're not looking. Cozy chaos. But I still can't unsee Corky riding a butterfly like it's a Harrier jet. Convergence. Convergence is League's time-bending platformer where Echo isn't just a mid laner who deletes you at 3 minutes. He's a traumatized teen trying to save his sister by rewinding time. Heavy? Yes. Also, you get to wall run while looking cool as hell. This is a Celeste meets Prince of Persia and Castlevania, where your core mechanic, time rewind, solves puzzles and saves you from bottomless pits. Fall off a ledge? Rewind. Mess up a platforming sequence? Rewind. Made a bad life choice in 2018? Okay, that one's still pending. The combat's snappy, the art style pops, and the story actually makes Echo more than that Z counter. It's tight, emotional, and 6 hours of pure, one more try addiction. 2XKO. 2XKO is Riot's brand new fighting game that's basically, what if League characters had a dance-off, but with uppercuts? This isn't your grandpa's Street Fighter. It's tag team combat, where you swap characters mid-combo, like you're changing outfits at a rave. It's free to play, but you can't pay to win. You can, however, pay to look like a disco ball while uppercutting someone. Priorities. 2. XKO is fast, flashy, and finally gives us the answer to life's biggest question. Who would win, Yasuo or Ahri? Spoiler, it's whoever has the better internet connection. Riftbound. Riftbound isn't digital. It's Riot's physical trading card game hitting shelves in 2025. Unlike Legends of Runeterra, this one's for kitchen tables. 2 to 4 players build decks around league champions, summon armies, and battle across Runeterra with actual cardboard in your hands. Think Magic the Gathering meets League lore, with gorgeous art, strategic depth, and the joy of cracking a fresh booster pack IRL. Also, no server crashes. Revolutionary. Riot MMORPG. Rumors say it's a persistent sandbox world set in Runeterra. Think World of Warcraft meets Arcane's aesthetic. Hired ex-World of Warcraft and Diablo 4 leads. Will it dethrone World of Warcraft? Will it even release before 2030? Who knows? But one thing's certain. The second it drops, every league main will log on just to see if their main champion has a mount. Stay tuned.